In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Every time we are talking, communicating with a child at our home, while talking to our children, we do remain careful enough, cautious enough while communicating with the women at the home and while talking to our elderly parents. We do have to take certain cares because we don't want them to become unhappy, because we don't want to put the garbage and the filth into the minds of our loved ones. We know whatever we are talking about, whatever we are communicating to these people is going to have an impact upon their lives. It will affect them mentally, it will affect them physically then, and it will affect their lives then. So that is why we are careful enough, cautious enough, we are trying to do it in quite a responsible manner. But now the question arises that as far the careful communication is concerned, is it is it necessary only while talking to our loved ones and talking to the immature people, or a kind of care and a sense of responsibility is needed while communicating with all the people? I am of the view that although we are careful and cautious enough what we are talking to our children, what we are talking to the women folk at home, what we are talking to the elderly parents, I think we do need to take care. There is no doubt in it. And simultaneously, we need to take care while communicating either with our subordinates or with our superiors, with our bosses, with our immediate bosses, not to talk of these people only, rather while communicating with even with the strangers, we need to become careful enough, we need to become cautious enough, and we shouldn't be communicating whatever is negative, and we should try to put a kind of filter, especially while talking to the children at home. Not only this thing, now a question arises that with whom are we found communicating quite often and quite usually? There should not be any doubt in it that most of the time we are found communicating with we ourselves. I think so. If at all we are careful and cautious enough about our own life, we need to put right sort of stuff inside our brain, inside our mind, so that our mind becomes positively affected only and should not get negatively affected at all. Not only this thing, I think so that it affects our body. It affects our body and it affects our life as well. If at all we don't want our life to become a kind of garbage bin, a kind of dust bin, then we have to take care. We do have to take care whatever we are communicating, whatever we are talking about with ourselves. We need to become positive. We need to put a filter of positivity, and we need to filter out all the negative communication, all the negative content we are going to communicate and we are going to share with we ourselves. That is necessary, and that is rather it is essential. Whatever we need to understand After all, why is it so much necessary to be careful and cautious enough while communicating with we ourselves, while talking with we ourselves? How and why we cannot afford to ignore, and we cannot keep communicating all. We cannot keep communicating all what is available, all what is there in the memory of our brain, or all what is there to be seen around us. I think so. We need to become careful, and we need to become quite careful. Put aside sort of filter, a filter which could filter out all the negativity, and does not allow anything else which is negative, never allow it to be in the brain, because when once it is in the mind, it will start working automatically, and we will not be able to stop it. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, it is necessary, and really necessary, to put a sort of filter. Now you will say, from where to buy the filter and how can we put it to work? The trouble is that there is no filter available at all. All what is needed, all what we can do is that we can remain careful, we can remain cautious about our own lives, about our own body, about our own mind, and even and about our loved ones. So I think we need to take care. We should not be careless person at all. We need to become quite a careful person while communicating with each and everyone else, and while communicating with we ourselves. We need to become careful. We need to become cautious enough. Never allow the negativity to penetrate into our thinking. Thank you.